Finished working out? Time for an ice cream break. That's how it works, right? Hey guys, hope everybody's having a good May. I just realized it's been a while since I did one of these. I think I was traumatized by the weekly, the weekly budget one. Back to normal eating. Maybe, actually. I don't know what I'm eating today, so who knows? But I had my coffee, of course, this morning with the salt. Just the best tip ever. Someone asked how much salt I put in there. I probably put more than the average person who salts their coffee. So definitely start with just a tiny amount, just a little pinch, and, you know, add more if it's not reducing the bitter. But yeah, I probably add, I don't know, like a 1/16 of a teaspoon or something, which is quite a lot, I would imagine. It is now lunchtime. It's 12:18. Actually, I was just not hungry at all this morning. But I did have my second shot. I had the Moderna vaccine. I got my second one just the day before yesterday around 10 a.m. And I talked about on Instagram feeling not very good at all, which is to be expected. You're expected to have stronger symptoms or maybe a more intense response after the second dose, which makes sense. But after the first, my arm got pretty sore. I mean, right after it didn't hurt. So I thought like, oh, it's going to be fine because of the flu shot. My arm always gets really, really sore, like immediately. And it felt fine. So I was like, okay, great. And then it was like several hours later, it started to hurt. And yeah, the next day it was just like, oh man, even just moving it like that just killed. And then I didn't move it, which you're actually supposed to. But yeah, so that just made it worse. After this one, my arm got sore pretty much immediately. It hurt. And then that night around like 10 or so, I got like feverish, full on fever. And real achy. Felt like when you have the flu, minus just, you know, nose and throat stuff, but really achy and feverish. It was just like, what the fuck? We were watching The Terror. Terrific show. I can't believe it took us this long to watch it. It's been on my watch list forever on Hulu, but watching the first season, I love it. Oh my God, I love it so much. And it was the carnival part for those who have seen it. And I seriously thought like, am I hallucinating this? Like, is this really happening? He's hallucinating it in the show because of what he's going through? What's happening right now? But anyway, after about an hour, it was gone. Like it felt like my fever broke a little bit. I got a little bit sweaty, but not like full on cold sweats or anything. And I felt like fine. I wasn't as achy. It was crazy. I've never experienced anything like that. Went to bed, woke up the next morning, had a headache. Took some medicine, and then by the afternoon felt like pretty much back to normal. Just my arm was like moderately sore. So that's when I posted on Instagram. I thought everything was done. Well, I might have overdone it a little bit. I started cooking a bunch of food, making seitan, all that kind of stuff. And then I just crashed, felt so achy again, had to take a nap, headache again, took more medicine. But then after, again, like an hour or so, I felt like, okay, I think I'm finally okay now. And today I feel totally fine. My arm's just a tiny bit sore. So yeah, reading from other people's reactions, that seems to be very, very typical. But yeah, having a like full on, I have the flu, to an hour later, oh no, I don't, like at all. I've never experienced anything like that. That was so crazy. But yeah, it's to be expected. Obviously it's worth it. I'm so excited that I got my second dose. Partner got his a few days ago too. And yeah, it's pretty great. Can't wait for my kids to get it in probably early next year. Anyway, I'm having my lunch now, which is oatmeal. Half a cup of oats. I use about 5 ounces of soy milk, unsweetened soy milk, a little bit of salt, of course, put that in the microwave. Then I add some PB2. I like to mix it with water first. Otherwise, it just gets real clumpy if you just throw it right into the oatmeal, at least in my experience. Put a little bit of cinnamon, tablespoon of flax for omega-3s. Stir it all up. If it's, too thick, add a little bit more milk, about half a tablespoon of brown sugar, and then sliced banana on top and some slivered almonds. It's really good. I would like it more sweet. I'm not gonna lie. I'm trying to cut back on sugar because man, I've just gotten crazy about sugar. I'm sure someone would have some things to say about that. Clementines alongside that too for vitamin C, for iron absorption, and just vitamin C. And just clementines, because they're good. Man, I hate clementines because like 60% of them are decent, if not inedible, like dried out, gross. But that other like 40%, is there anything better than like a really good clementine? It's so delicious, but so few of them are actually that good. I hate it. And they're so expensive. Why do I keep buying them? I don't know. Interesting lighting. This is the craft box or boxes. It was organized for a period of time. This is a pumpkin bucket for Halloween that just always stays down here. And then there's all my puzzles up here. Got a curry. Oh, now I'm really hot. Oh no. And I'm gonna sweat so much more because I made it spicy. I don't know what it is, but for the past few weeks maybe, I've just been craving spicy stuff. Particularly like Thai or Thai influenced, I guess, with just a ton of the harissa from Trader Joe's. Oh, it's so good. It's so incredibly spicy. I've never really liked super spicy stuff, but all of a sudden I really want spicy stuff. I don't know if it's because I can't have it, right? Like the kids don't want it. So whenever I make food for all of us, it can't be spicy. It's still not super spicy. Like partner's still like, no, that's not very spicy. Except for the last time I made Thai, I did put a lot of the harissa in. He was like, okay, that's getting there. Anyway, it's just a canned lentil, some chickpeas I had left over, no onion because I didn't have any onion. Your basic curry blend. I think is it the Kroger brand or Spice Islands, one of those. Some powdered ginger, some canned tomatoes, frozen peas, some canned carrots. Actually, that's how lazy I was. I didn't even want to have to chop carrots. I used canned carrots, salt, MSG, of course. Always add MSG if I remember to basically anything savory. Minced garlic from the refrigerated container, right? Pre-minced. No way am I mincing garlic. And some snipped scallions on top. Oh, and it's over the white rice, which I guess has grown on me a little bit. It still is not my favorite, honestly. The only reason I bought some was because it was on the Fred Meyer buy 5, save 5 sale. It's not bad, but I certainly prefer brown rice. It's not like the protein pastas where I like the protein pastas. I don't feel like I'm sacrificing anything over like a regular pasta or a whole wheat pasta. Oh, I can smell that spicy. Oh no. Brown sugar too. There's a tablespoon of brown sugar in there, which I think is necessary to balance out, you know, the tartness from the tomatoes and the bitterness from the spices, you know. Yeah, that's very good. That's exactly. Oh no, they figured it out. They figured it out. I was hiding so I could record.
Don't hide.
Forgot to say what else I had. I had a Nugo bar, the chocolate chip one, because they had those for 25% off of the boxes. So I ordered a bunch of those. A few days ago, I tried their new almond bar, which is way too almondy for me. It's the almond extract, right? There's way too much in it. And I think I figured out why that bothers me so much now, because I used to really like almond extract in food. I used to put almond extract in these like cupcakes I used to make that my mom loved. These like, it was a Giada de Laurentiis recipe of like this raspberry whipped cream cupcake, and it had a bunch of almond extract. But now like, I hate it. And I think it's because of that Dr. Bronner's or Bonner's, whatever it's called, the soap. They had a smell, a flavor, I guess, of one of their shampoos that was almond, and it was just almond extract. And I used that for like a long time years ago. I think that's what did it. So now that smell and that taste to me is just like not food. It's shampoo. So anyway, I had the chocolate chip one, had a big old romaine salad, cucumber and tomato, and some tofu, just salt, pepper, what else? Cornstarch, a little bit of cornstarch so it gets a little bit crispy, right? It's crispy at first, but as soon as you put it in the fridge, you know, as soon as you let it sit out, it's not really crispy anymore. It's just kind of chewy, but I still like it. Edamame, also crispy, right? It's kind of crispy straight out of the oven, but once you let it cool down, put it in the fridge, it's just like chewy, but I really actually like that texture. But yeah, I take the edamame, a little bit of oil, salt, pepper, and some of the Violife Parmesan cheese. Oh, so good. It's really good. It's just like a snack, but it's also really good in the salad. And then for the dressing, I went back to an old fat-free vegan recipe that I used to eat a lot of, this cashew soy milk dressing that doesn't have any added oil. So it's very, very low calorie. I think 2 tablespoons is like, I want to say like 30 calories, something like that. It's crazy, but it doesn't taste like super low fat gross like your commercial low fat dressings that are always just like weird, and they're thickened with fillers like xanthan gum and stuff like that to make it seem like they're creamy, quote unquote. No, this is like actually really, really good. And then I had a little tiny serving of some Quaker Life cereal, and now I'm having this. Finished working out. Time for an ice cream break. That's how it works, right? These are 2 I've not tried before. This is the Nanamu cookies and cream. I love the Nanamu mint, and I think I tried their Rocky Road maybe. And then the Oatly mint chip, which I have not tried. I've tried the strawberry one. That was really good actually. So yeah, pretty excited about these. They are, let's see. Oh, I was going to say this one might be lower calorie, but no, this one's lower calorie. What? That's pretty surprising because this is coconut based. This is oat based. First ingredients, coconut milk, water, and oats. Chocolate chips. Chocolate chips are literally the second ingredient. This is, wow, that is tiny text. This is first ingredient, coconut milk, then water, then cane syrup, or no, agave syrup. Okay. Wow, only 5 grams added sugar. Wait, is this a low sugar? Did I get a low sugar product? Not a moo. This is the cookies and cream. They don't have these at my regular store, which is why I've never tried these. We made a Whole Foods order for the first time in a while. They've got their bowl. Okay. If you gave that to me, I don't think I would think cookies and cream. Sorry, there's a lot of shadow here. I don't think I would think cookies and cream. I would think like some kind of fudge thing. It's good. Good non-moon texture. Good flavor. Good level of sweetness. The expectation of cookies and cream kind of ruins it because it's just not. I don't know. It's not cookies and cream to me. Get some water. That's a good idea. Here is the Oatly mint chip.
Mommy. We got ice cream, Daddy.
I'm not sure if I like this or not. Hold on, I'll give you more. The first taste was like, oh, Breyers mint chip. Which I think there is a vegan non-Breyers, or vegan non-Breyers, non-dairy mint chip now, Breyers, but they don't sell it where we are. And then there's like a weird taste. I don't know. I can't quite explain it. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I don't taste anything now. The texture is really good though. I like the packaging. Kind of cute. I'd say both of them are pretty good. Vegan ice cream, certainly better. What did I just try? The Simple Truth coconut milk, right? We still have some of that in the fridge. I don't know. Nothing really compares to Eclipse and Brave Robot, which I did stop buying because I think maybe I was having a acne breakout as a result of that. I mean, I could be wrong, but it seemed to come about when I was eating it. And it seemed to go away when I stopped eating it. So, yeah. It's the next morning, and the only other thing I had was a giant bowl of popcorn. Yes, this is all for me. Not very much oil. I just use a little bit of spray canola oil on it and some salt and nutritional yeast. I thought I would show everything in Chronometer because I don't think I've done that in quite a long time. I used to do it, I think, for a lot of what I ate today. Almost 100 grams of protein, which is what I aim for. That's just where I like to be in terms of satiation and whatnot. I don't care about carbs and fat. I don't monitor them at all. I don't go for a certain number. I don't really care. It's just protein and calories that I kind of focus on. All this nutrition scores, I don't care about any of that. I don't look at that stuff. The only ones I really look at in terms of vitamins and minerals, protein, and all of this is going to be off. Like lysine here does not include, let's see, what do I have? I guess I didn't really have any protein powder. Oh, like the PB2, right? That's not even logged on these. You can see here. So a lot of this stuff is going to be off depending on just how much processed stuff you consume. But I really didn't have a lot of protein processed. I guess the Nugo bar, the PB2, and this is all like estimates, right? I'm not like weighing everything. I don't even enter in Chronometer every single day. That's another reason I stopped doing Chronometer. I didn't want it to seem like in order to be healthy on a vegan diet, you have to constantly log your stuff and micromanage all the vitamins and minerals you're getting. This I just put in as estimates. Often what I'll do is if I have a meal that I make a lot, I will enter it in as a recipe into Chronometer. So you just go into your diary and put serving of this recipe, right? And then it logs everything. You don't have to log every single individual ingredient. But this was just something I came up with on the fly. So I just put what I thought would be about a quarter of the recipe. And I'm not going to put in garlic, right? Or the curry powder stuff that doesn't have a lot of calories or nutrition or anything. That's crazy town. I don't think I put in the salt either. No, I didn't, because I don't care about sodium. Not saying you shouldn't, just that I don't. But yeah, looking pretty good. Obviously, B vitamins are going to be really good due to the nutritional yeast and a lot of the other foods I'm eating as well. Vitamin D, I take supplemental vitamin D. Choline, I also take supplemental choline. Not really a lot of evidence for that. There's not really evidence for the RDA for choline. You can get more information from veganhealth.org if you're interested. I just like to take a choline supplement fairly regularly because there is some possible link between choline, just like folate, neural tube development. Now, it's not as strong as folate. Like, you need to make sure you're getting enough folate if you're pregnant or if you're even thinking about being pregnant. It's just me. But yeah, don't feel like you need to take a choline supplement. Obviously, talk to your doctor before incorporating any sort of supplement into your diet. It is, I think, a good idea to think of most supplements as medicine, as a drug, right? Because they can have drug-like interactions with other medicines you're taking or other supplements you're taking or even certain conditions that you have. And obviously you can get too much of certain things, particularly iron, vitamin D. Speaking of vitamin D, I think I already said that I take supplemental vitamin D. Vitamin E, yeah, I think this is the one probably for a lot of vegans don't get a lot of unless you're eating lots of nuts and seeds, lots of oils, particularly sunflower seeds. They are just insane in terms of vitamin E. Mango as well, I think, is a pretty good source of vitamin E. But yeah, if I'm not eating sunflower seeds, there's no way I'm eating the meeting the RDA for vitamin D without sunflower seeds or like a supplement. But I do take a multi. And then sodium here, like I said, I didn't include any added salt. So it's definitely a bit higher than 1,200 milligrams. One of the highest upvoted comments from my recent video suggestions posts on YouTube asking for video topics was how I meet like nutrient needs, how I prepare meals in order to get enough, nutrients and whatnot on a vegan diet. I did actually start that sort of video maybe a month or so ago, and then I just got bored and I stopped. Story of my life. You would think this being a job would keep that from happening, but no, it doesn't. But yeah, I appreciate that comment. I will continue with that video, just going through, I don't know if I'm going to make it every single nutrient, because some stuff, it's like vitamin C. How are you not getting enough vitamin C on a vegan diet? It's possible, but man, what are you eating? That's weird. I'll just have a bunch of examples of meals and stuff that I make. Just little tips and stuff that maybe would be useful to have in a video format. I don't know, but I'll keep working on that. And yeah, I think Chronometer is very useful. I've been using it for so many years. It is insane. I've tried so many other food logging things just to, maybe something's better. And I always come back to Chronometer. It's just the best in terms of having comprehensive information, right? All the macronutrient information. I guess most of them have that, but micronutrient information. And I think for vegans that can be particularly useful if you are new to veganism and you're just not sure what you're eating, what it's providing, or even just it's been a while and you want to check in. That's what I use it for typically, is if, number one, if I want to lose weight, if I found that my weight's creeping up, I'll go into Chronometer, I'll start logging again, I'll get serious about my diet for a little while. But also if it's just been a while, man, have I just been eating cereal and tofu? Has that been my diet for a while? Okay, maybe I should start using Chronometer again. When you see that your retinol activity equivalent is like 30% for the day, it whips your butt into shape. At least it does for me. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Comments and questions, all that stuff. Subscribe, of course. Hit the like button if you liked it. Hit the bell if you want to get notifications when I upload. I literally have one channel that I have notifications for. It's for Scary Game Squad. It's Jesse Cox's channel, and specifically for Scary Game Squad. They're playing Resident Evil 8 right now, and I just love it. I can't play scary games myself. I can watch scary movies, I can watch scary shows, I cannot play scary games. It is just, oh my god, it's just the worst feeling. Even watching it is bad enough, and they're on like a particularly scary part right now. But yeah, that's the only channel I have notifications for. Anyway, thanks again for watching. I'll have a new video very soon.